Have you ever felt being so sad and stressed and you just don't know how to get rid of it? Have you ever felt being all alone and everything you've done is just a waste of your time? Well, you are not alone. Every one of us experience stress and sadness in our lives. Sometimes we just don't know how to deal with it, so we let things go. We let those stress and sadness pass by, expecting that after all, we forgot those. But little did we know, it just stays inside us and it increases every time we feel those things. And having an extreme stress and sadness causes depression. Depression, it is a mental disorder causing this feeling of severe sadness and loss of interest. Most of the people with depression, they tend to keep it rather than saying it to other people because they are afraid of judgments. They are afraid of what people will say, like they're just over exaggerating things, or instead of telling their problem, they just keep it. They keep it on their own, and the more they keep it on their own, the more it gets bigger and deeper, up to the point that they decide to commit suicide just to end up their burdens. It feels like they always have demons inside them that they cannot fight, and it feels like they need to fight every single day, and it affects their way of living. It affects their social life, how they socialize with other people. It affects their emotional capacity, their mental health, even their physical. It affects everything to a person suffering from depression. We often see a person with the biggest smile, but inside them, they're very broken, and they doesn't know how to fix it. And after some days or weeks, we were shocked that they did to commit suicide because they cannot fight depression anymore. That is how depression kills a person around us. That is how it affects you. That is how it affects me. That is how it affects other people around us. Depression affects not just one person. It affects every single person who felt very sad, who felt so stressed, and who doesn't know how to overcome it. Every year, 3.20% of the population died because of suicide. And it is very alarming. It is very alarming because they might have not died because of suicide, only if they seek for a better person that they could talk to, or maybe it could lessen their burdens, or if they seek for a proper health medication to cure their mental health, they could help prolong their lives. They couldn't do it on their own, and they can't find it all alone. They need help from others, but people, instead of helping, they tend to judge them, leading those depressed people to commit suicide. They feel like nobody knows what they're feeling. They're all by themselves. They are not worthy, and their feelings are not valid anymore. But for everyone who is suffering from depression, remember that you are not over-exaggerating things. You are not over-exaggerated. You are not alone. You also matter, and what you are feeling is valid. You are experiencing that because of too much devastation, but you will be healed. You need to find at least one person who is willing to listen on you and who is willing to understand you, so that you feel better knowing that you are not all alone and you are worthy. Depressed people also need sympathy from other people. They need sympathy from others because depression is not a joke. Let us break the stigma saying that depression is just a way of complaining by other people. Let us take depression seriously and help depressed people wholeheartedly to prevent suicide rates and mental disorders. They need it and we all need it.